You know all about the cricket. Let's find out about the rest of the sports news. And with that, here is Ieuan Ivett.
I'm Ieuan Ivett for BBC Radio Derby, and here are your sports headlines. The Scotland captain, Andy Robertson, says they need to make themselves hard to beat against the top nations. Scotland continue their Euro 2020 qualifying campaign away to Belgium tonight in Brussels. They're currently third in Group I.
Playing against a fantastic team, so it's something that we need to look forward to and try and use that, and to give us a wee bit extra confidence and things like that, and and hope that we can be 100% and see where it takes us.
Elsewhere, Group C leaders Northern Ireland are away to Belarus looking to make it 4 wins out of 4. Manager Michael O'Neill says it's vital they win, as the big teams in the group will also beat the likes of Belarus.
We work off the assumption that the big nations, Germany and Netherlands, won't drop points against Estonia and Belarus, and that means that we've also not dropped points. So it takes us almost into a group of 3, and it means that we have huge games to look forward to, and that's the task we set the players at the outset in March, and we're 1 game away from putting ourselves in a strong position.
And in Group E, Wales face Hungary in Budapest. David Brooks could start for Wales after coming on to score during their defeat to Croatia on Saturday. And employees of Brighton and Hove Albion Football Club claim they were unfairly dismissed in a witch hunt after team selection was leaked online. 3 members of ground staff were allegedly denied disciplinary hearings or reasons for their sacking on Friday. The GMB union says the dismissal stinks and called Brighton to reinstate the workers. Brighton, which recently retained Premier League status, said it would not comment on the incident. Athletics, and the chief executive of the Commonwealth Games Federation, David Gremmenberg, has warned organisers of the 2022 Games in Birmingham they can't let preparations slip. The construction of a new multi-million-pound aquatic centre in Sandwell, which will host the diving and swimming, is yet to begin, and his comments come ahead of a key inspection visit to Birmingham this week.
It needs to keep progressing, and the program team that they have in place is working through that, and ultimately, once the definitive design and project funding is all ready to go, it's still deliverable. So we're confident in terms of the approach, but it can't slip.
And Caster Semenya will run tonight for the first time since the sport's world governing body, the IAAF, introduced new rules restricting testosterone levels in female middle distance runners. Semenya has entered the 2,000 metre distance at a meeting in Paris tonight, a distance not covered by the controversial new rules. Golf now, and the former Ryder Cup captain Paul McGinley says he expects Tiger Woods to return to his Masters winning form at the US Open at Pebble Beach this week, as the course suits his style of play. Since his victory at Augusta in April, Woods has missed the cut at the US PGA Championship and finished 9th in the Memorial Tournament earlier this month. Woods won the US Open tournament at the iconic venue in California in 2000 by 15 shots. Basketball. And the Golden State Warriors beat the Toronto Raptors 106-105 in Game 5 of the NBA Finals to extend the series to at least a 6th game. The 1-point victory came at a cost, however, with the Warriors losing Kevin Durant to an Achilles injury. And as Dave Fletcher has been mentioning throughout the day, the Men's Cricket World Cup has again been hit by the rain. The match between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka in Bristol has been abandoned without a ball being bowled. It follows yesterday's adverse weather that affected the match between the West Indies and South Africa, where only 7.3 overs were possible. I've been Ieuan Ivett with your sports headlines. Now back to Dave Fletcher at the cricket.
Derbyshire Cricket with Dave Fletcher on BBC Radio Derby.
Thanks to Ieuan for the sports news here on BBC Radio Derby, 11:16 a.m. We're live